Welcome into a Friday edition of the Jordy Culotta Show, driven and powered every single day by Go Chevrolet. LSU with an enormous win on the road last night in Oxford in front of a rowdy Swayze Field. Ben Mintz was live over at Swayze Field. You can call him Mincy if you wanted. He's up this morning. He'll be moving around. The king of Oxford.
And I guess you can count on him.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're
Absolutely.
sober, he's awake. You know?
He's already texted.
Yeah, if it was me, you would just be like, well, not get in touch with Lloyd after he went home and
No doubt.
went to a baseball game at 7 o'clock at night and be out of commission.
Take it off the document.
Yeah.
Ain't happening.
I'll let you know
happening.
about 7th inning, like, boys, don't worry about me. I'm in the bag.
It is going to be a weird and quirky Friday here on the Jordy Culotta Show. I got to cut out a little early. Got some business to tend to this morning. Getting prepared for it. So Katie and Lizzie will carry you through.
As long as we can go.
As long as we can. What's that going to be
They'll
like?
keep the train chugging as long as possible. Nathan Velasquez will stop by if you guys want him. Ben Mintz is available over in Oxford. He was there last night over at Swayze Field as the Tigers were dynamic last night. But remember, every day our coffee is brought to you by Majestic Coffee, locally brewed right down here in South Louisiana. And everybody we talked to on the phone lines today is compliments of Metropolitan Health Group, our friends over there, Charlie Harvey and Jason Ramazan, Real Doctors, Real Solutions. Dylan Cruz last night hits a missile to give LSU a 5-4 lead, and Devin Fontenot comes in and shuts the door on Ole Miss, and LSU gets a much-needed road conference win.
Jeez.
As they take care of number 9 Ole Miss. They nearly gave it away at the end of the game there. I didn't know if Drew Bianco was on the take.
What the hell was that, dude?
I thought he was trying to give one for his old
dad.
man.
I mean,
that was... If they lose that game on that,
it's his fault.
Well, I mean, not only that, it's one of the worst base running mistakes. I mean, that's Little League stuff.
Credit to John Rice Plumlee, Mr. Ole Miss All-American, Mr. Everything, Mr. Play the Piano, and I'll go play some baseball and play some football. But, I mean, a hell of a throw.
Oh, bro. I mean, what do you think?
Yes, I mean, of course. But, I mean, that had to be what Bianco was thinking. It's like, dude, there's no way he's going to throw me out from here, but there's no way for you to run. A little bit on Thompson, too. Hustle all the way to home if you want to play Mr. Coach.
Well,
but
I mean, Thompson's thinking, ain't no way.
What are you doing?
He's tagging, right?
That's what, Pulmonary has to look at both of them. It's like, all right, you're in trouble, but Bianco, what are we doing over here?
The first base coach, if I'm running and tackling,
you got to go grab him.
What are you doing, man? But LSU able to take care of game 1 last night as Landon Marceau was up against a stout lineup for Ole Miss, but able to come through. Devin Fontenot, the story last night is Fontenot struck out nearly coming in at the end of the game and just slamming the door on Ole Miss. And that's what you were looking for, right, when you're talking about a closer. And Fontenot was everything that you needed him to be last night as Ole Miss. What an environment.
No, wait. Can we talk about that?
She was unimpressed.
Oh, unimpressed.
Oh, come on.
Are you impressed? No, this has nothing to do with
She's got that Ole Miss
my
slander
hatred for
just
Ole
on the
Miss.
tip of her
This is
tongue.
there was no sound. I mean, nobody was excited. There were not a lot of cheering. I mean,
I
it was
love the
just
beer showers.
very quiet in there and just not exciting.
Katie.
Unremarkable.
That's what happens when you run into the buzzsaw that is LSU baseball. Dude, it takes the wind out of your sails.
I guess so. I just thought it was unremarkable. I don't understand, people's fascination around Swayze Field.
I think you're talking.
You're talking about
Really
talking
not.
out the side of your
It's like a
neck.
high school baseball stadium to
You're
me.
talking about the colors.
I'm not talking about the colors.
Dude, Fontenot.
The uniforms were terrible, by the way.
I thought so too.
It looked like
because
plastic
they
rebels
got
across
the baby
front.
blue.
They got the baby blues out there, you know. But when they trotted Fontenot back out there for the ninth, I thought he was toast. I mean, he already had like 30 some odd pitches, and that's not really his forte. A 3-inning save is borderline, that's unapproachable territory. And you could see that he was gassed, but you also saw that, bro, it's yours until it's over.
It
so
was
guts.
It was everything that they needed from Fontenot,
Really
and I think
was.
Fontenot gives them a little bit of confidence. I think that Fontenot got himself some confidence, and we'll see here.
Pointing at the letters on
Game
the chest
2, man.
coming off the field.
Yeah, man, slamming the chest. I love it.
Yeah, he did do that.
Game 2, A.J. Labus will go today for LSU. All right, as I said, I'm not going to be here long this morning. We will welcome in. We'll have some fun this morning as one of Lloyd's childhood buddies, or one of his college
friends. Yes,
Austin Wong.
I expanded the friendship after I moved from the wealth of Alexandria that is just budding with people.
From Chow Main, which is downtown, which is a local little spot right down there on the corner. If you go to the farmers market on Saturday morning, he's right there on Main Street, right on the corner. Phenomenal. And he's got a couple of specials that he's going to be telling us about. We're going to partner up with him with a QR code.
Yes.
And an event coming up next Saturday. His place is fantastic. If you're downtown, if you're working, if you're downtown and you're looking for a spot to get to, I would highly recommend Chow Main, as it is downtown on Main Street. I ate there a couple of weeks ago. It's not the typical Asian cuisine that you may be thinking about. It's got some South Louisiana flavor in there, and Austin will tell us all about it coming up here on the Jordy Culotta Show. He'll be in here during the first hour. Yesterday down in New Orleans, a local flair, Sam Burns, on top of the leaderboard after day one at the Zurich Classic down at TPC, Louisiana. So good to see Sammy.
Well, and smart of Billy Horschel to pair up with a Tiger as a, he's a Florida Gator guy to come in there. He was going to get heckled, but now you got the cheers on your side if you run with the Tiger.
Combined for a 9 under 63 in the best ball format, which lets them set in a seven-way tie for third, and then they made a run yesterday to take the lead after day one, and we'll set up day two here today.
Didn't he go to LSU? Sam Burns?
Sam Burns, yeah.
Yes.
He did?
Yeah, he was a stud. He came in. That was the same time that they had Bregman, Ben Simmons, Leonard Fournette, and Sam Burns were all on campus.
Oh, I didn't
Sam
realize that.
Burns was the best amateur golfer in the country. Leonard Fournette was the #1 football player, high school recruit in the country. Ben Simmons was the #1 recruit in the country. And then, of course, Alex Bregman was the second overall pick to in the Major League Baseball draft. And all those guys were on campus at one point.
And a whopping 0 things to show for it.
0. Absolutely nothing.
Jeez.
Other than
Wait, what a thing.
I mean, the only thing you learned about that period is that Les Miles was a raging pervert.
Yeah, and we were just horribly mismanaged from the floor up.
I will tell you this.
Raging pervert.
I thought that, I mean, do you want to disagree?
No.
I mean, no.
Okay. I will tell you this. I thought that we would be celebrating today, and we still might be. But I was given a piece of news yesterday from an LSU official. Yo, buddy, welcome in. That will delay the celebration. Do we have the wrong date up again, buddy?
Yeah.
Oh
Still
God!
the 23rd.
What did I just say
You
too?
even told me
Hell
it was
yeah.
the 23rd.
I'm told you, you're gonna feel the energy when he comes in
Great
from the room.
vibes.
Oh yes, yes.
Great vibes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Do your
and we'll
thing,
set
bro.
you up.
Do your thing.
Speaking of the 23rd, it's Henry's birthday today.
The goat.
Henry, the
Henry
goat.
the goat.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
nice,
And Sophie.
nice.
Sophie's birthday also is today. She's
Wow,
14. Yeah.
Happy birthday, Sophie.
Yeah.
I
Didn't
gotta
know
get this
birthday,
date
Henry.
thing figured out.
Happy
Bro,
birthday, Henry and
I mean,
Sophie.
I mean, it shouldn't be that hard, right?
I mean, then you post. I saw yesterday you posted the
The
pod.
date wrong on there.
The date wrong there. I thought I was like, is he messing with us?
Just not a dates guy. Ben, I was talking to Ben about it, and he was like,
Not a big calendar
I
guy.
was like, dude, I just don't believe in date and time. Like, I just really don't. Apparently, that's how you know you're enjoying your job, dude. If you never know what day it is.
I mean,
It
I got
is.
like
That
I
is
got
how you
4
know.
texts.
I
yesterday.
know, I mean-
I was like, I got it.
I mean, what do you?
Our
What do
boy's
you?
a stoner. I mean,
Yeah,
give
what do
it
you
to
want
him.
from
He's
him?
Still celebrating
Yeah,
420.
420 every day. I'm just gonna keep it that.
It is. It is.
So you were saying.
So, here is a piece of concerning news, and I don't know if this is a smokescreen from LSU, but you've not heard this publicly. Nikki Fargas hasn't resigned yet.
I saw that. What's up with that?
I mean, there's been no official announcement from LSU that the job is open.
But didn't we think there was?
Yes,
I thought there was.
because initially WAFB reported last week that she was stepping down. And I went to that report this morning, and there's no official press release from the school. And obviously, after a conversation that I had yesterday with an LSU source, I mean, they're still waiting on Fargas to make the move.
We can't just kick her out.
So,
Can't fire her.
I don't know that.
Why not? You could fire anybody, huh?
Well, I mean, I'm sure they can.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I think at this time in LSU right now. I mean, you can't just start severing heads and paying out buyouts and
Why?
public relations.
I'm kidding.
I mean, the PR.
She hasn't been very good at her job, so there's cause to fire.
Rusty Leger says, but didn't she already take another job? Not officially.
No, she just had a little meal with.
Yeah, she had a meal at PF Chang's in Baton Rouge with Mark Davis.
PF
It really is funny that he went to PF Chang's. I'm telling you, this man loves the food.
So I don't know if this is a smokescreen from LSU, but I can't believe that it is, because it's not like they're publicly posturing at any point to make you believe that this is not in the works. But obviously we thought that we would be celebrating Kim Mulkey's announcement or possible announcement that she was going to be the next women's head basketball coach at LSU, but there's still a basketball coach in place officially. I mean, according to an LSU source that I spoke with less than 24 hours ago, less than 12 hours ago.
Yeah, I find it very strange.
Would you say that's the biggest roadblock in this process?
Yes, 100%. I mean,
so if you remove the one thing, then we're
I would
sailing.
think so.
Well, what do you mean? The roadblock is Nikki?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Well, I didn't know if it was that.
I mean,
if it was that good over there in Texas. If those roads have been connected.
I see what you're saying.
So if there's one thing stopping it, I would say it's not the worst thing in the world. We got the fish on the line. It's just gotta cut bait for the other fish.
Yeah, I mean, you have to get the job open.
Yeah, you gotta have somewhere to go.
I mean, yeah, there's that.
You got to have a job to offer. So that's the story to watch. I mean, Kim Mulkey and what is next is still yet to be determined, because officially the job is still filled, and I can't think of a more
bungle
LSU thing than this right now. I mean, when you think about what this possibly could be, or what it has become already from a public relations standpoint, it's nothing but a mess. I mean, you're in cleanup mode, where you're either going to have to put out a statement and some type of release on what the status of the job is, because there's so much speculation around Kim Mulkey being the next head coach. I mean, it is everywhere.
They talked to
it's wildfire.
Yeah, Baylor AD had to go in and talk about it.
Exactly.
So the wheels are turning.
I mean, and look who's not saying anything. And look who still has a coach, come to find out. I mean, I really don't know what to say about it. I mean, I thought, I was following, and going back on it, I was a little disappointed in myself, because of, it was irresponsible of me to get on and read a report from WAFB. I don't know what WAFB's source is. I mean, on the story that I went back and read, I mean, it's just saying that Nikki Fargas is stepping down. I don't. It sources no one. There's no quote from Fargas in that report. All it really says is, I mean, this is the entire release on April 15 from WAFB. LSU women's basketball head coach Nikki Fargas has stepped down from her post to pursue a new career outside of coaching. She just completed her 10th season at the helm of the LSU women's basketball program. She's leaving behind a record of 177 and 129, which is a 58% winning percentage. The Lady Tigers were just 9-13 last season and missed the tournament for a second straight year in which the event was held. It's been 7 years since LSU won an NCAA tournament game, and it made it to the Sweet 16 in March of 2014. That's it. That's the entire release. That's what people are going off of to say that this job is open. Nothing in that story has a quote from anybody, whether it's Fargas or from LSU. There's no official statement from the university. And since that report has been published on April 15th, there has been no news other than us trying to kick up that job and give it to Mulkey.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Well, step down means step down. You know, it's like that sounds as clear as day when you make it the lead in the write-up. I mean, it's irresponsible of us to not notice that there's no source, really.
It is.
It just kind of seems like a blog.
It was.
But, you know, what do you do? You know, trying to make some news over here.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the job was open. What are you going to do?
Yeah. It's not my fault. We had Moscow mules and some food.
So, you know, it's a story to watch. I mean, I know that LSU knows.
Yeah, it's like a stale fart in the room.
I mean, that
we all smell it. It's time to get it out of here.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about the Mulkey stuff.
Oh no, that's Rose's.
I mean, they know the speculation and everything that's going on out there. A lot of people asking you about get Jacques on the phone. I'll text him real quick. Let me take a break. We'll get Austin in here. I got to cut out of here a little early. But watch that story. Watch that from here on out, moving into the weekend. I thought that we would be celebrating an announcement today.
They're going to wait until this show is over, and then they're going to announce it.
That's fine.
We'll come right back on.
They're
That's
like,
fine.
Jordy Culotta is not making this announcement.
That's fine.
9:05 a.m.
I just hope you make the announcement.
Yes.
I mean, at this point. All right, we'll be back. We got a fun Friday show for you. As Austin Wong from Chow Main is in the studio this morning. He'll be cooking it up for us. We'll also talk about LSU baseball taking game 1-5-4 over Ole Miss last night. Landon Marceau, not his best stuff, gave up a couple of home runs, but that lineup he was going up against was stout. Devin Fontenot, the story for LSU is he gets the 3-inning save at the back end of last night's game. A rowdy environment. Katie wasn't buying it. We think it's because of her Mississippi State.
That is not why. That is not why.
The beer showers are awesome.
Yeah, they were doing it on foul balls.
I mean,
please, like, you watched the game. Tell me that Swayze Field atmosphere was anything like Alex Box or Judy Noble.
I think it's better than Alex
State,
Box.
no.
I think it's significantly better than Alex Box.
I don't know what game y'all were watching.
And I love the dude. I think that Mississippi State has got the best atmosphere in college baseball, and I don't think it's close.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying last night's atmosphere was
Well, she's going off of last week. You know, they had the big series last week, and you could feel the energy. It was very palpable. And this one it's a step down because LSU isn't as good. It's not a marquee of a matchup. So you're basing it off last week. This happens all the time. Like when LSU Florida, and then you expect it to be at that again the next week. Yeah. It usually isn't.
Yeah.
All right, we'll come right back. Let's set it up. We will talk. See if we can't track down Jacques real quick to see where he is on this story. And we will have Austin in studio. We'll get you set up here on this Friday. Remember, daily, we are brought to you by RMB Builders. RMB-Builders.com is where you can get in touch with Rhett Bourgeois and his crew over at RMB Builders. They can custom make you a home today. Or they can help you with a commercial project if you have something around the house that you need, around the office that you need done. They are commercially licensed and can help you out today. RMB Builders. And remember, our podcast is brought to you by Rhett and the crew at RMB. So anything that you miss here on the Jordy Culotta Show, all of it is podcasted. Anywhere you can find a podcast, you can get the Jordy Culotta Show. So check out Jordy Culotta Show podcast, and all of it is brought to you by RMB Builders. RMB-Builders.com is where he is online, and you can find him all over social media. I got the text into Jacques. We'll see what happens. Come back here in the Jordy Culotta Show. Are you self-employed? Then you need to learn about Angel Oak's Home Loans Bank Statement program that they're offering, which makes you eligible as a self-employed borrower to purchase or refinance a home without requiring a tax return. If you want to learn more, get in touch with me. Email me, Jordy@JordyCulottashow.com, to learn about the bank statement loan program offered by Angel Oak. Jordy@JordyCulottashow.com to learn more. Gearing up for spring and summer down here in South Louisiana, and you want to keep your lawn maintained during these sunny seasons, get in touch with our friend Blake Abear over at Abear's Lawn Maintenance, where he says, you grow it, I mow it. 225-485-8022 is where you can find Abear's Lawn and Maintenance, the official lawn and maintenance company of the undisclosed location. Relief Health, the only way to get your health care in 2021. In your home or on site, Relief is changing how health care is delivered to you. No more doctor's offices, no more waiting rooms. Download the app today. Relief Health from the Apple or Google app stores. You can get connected to a local doctor in your community or just order a test directly without talking to a doctor. Their COVID tests are live, and right now they have the Moderna vaccine. Online at reliefhealth.com or download the app from your Apple or Google app stores now. Relief Health, changing the way that healthcare is brought to you in 2021.
Well,
Go Chevrolet is proud to announce Go Express Auto Sales, the new used car lot located in the capital city of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, at 11522 Florida Boulevard. Go Express Auto Sales is online at goexpressautosales.com, or you can search them on Facebook and social media at Go Express Auto Sales, the newest addition to the family of Go Chevrolet. Remember, Go Chevrolet is located down in Laplace, Louisiana, but now welcoming aboard Go Express, the new used car lot located in Baton Rouge, Louisiana at 11522 Florida Boulevard. Gearing up for spring and summer down here in South. Are you self-employed? Then you need to learn about Angel Oak's Home Loans Bank Statement program that they're offering, which makes you eligible as a self-employed borrower to purchase or refinance a home without requiring a tax return. If you want to learn more, get in touch with me. Email me, Jordy at jordyculotta.com, to learn about the bank statement loan program offered by Angel Oak. Jordy at jordyculotta.com to learn more.
well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby. Yeah.
All right, welcome back here to this Friday edition of the Jordy Culotta Show. Up and moving on this Friday. Austin Wong inside of the studio here, bringing in butcher knives, cutting boards, bowls. Not the kind we like.
Michael Myers just
That's right.
blindly slashing.
All right, let me check on Mintz. See what he's doing. Last night at Swayze looked wild, as Mintz is a superstar.
We'll get the official verdict from Mincy. We'll have an Ole Miss versus Mississippi State showdown.
Well, I mean, who better?
I don't think there's really
Who better? I mean, he was been to both
what's
the
the
past 2
showdown?
weekends.
Like,
Yeah.
what's the,
And really, he's coming to the box next weekend. So
he'll get to power rank all three.
he can put that into the coffin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, look at this date up here, though. April 23rd. That sounds
Fixed
about
it.
right.
There you go, Lizzie.
That's right.
Welcome to your Friday.
That's here.
Okay, I did get a little confirmation in the break from an unnamed source that it seems like the women's job is opened up. It does seem like that there is a lot of movement and smoke to the job being available. Nothing official from LSU yet is the concerning part, right? I mean, just that you sit here. The report was produced on April 16th, and still nothing official from LSU. So,
I mean, look at us. Just being credible, going
We're
out
just- yeah, we're
finding
trying to be
sources.
responsible,
I
bro.
mean, no big
just
deal.
trying to be responsible.
Hate to do everybody else's job, but I guess we can. You know, it's no big deal.
Our
We'll-
friend Shay
we'll source
Dixon at
it.
247 is reporting that that LSU has or is confirming that LSU is in contract talks with Kim Mulkey. So that's big news. I'm going to let everybody else do the reporting.
Yes.
Right?
We'll do the reacting.
Y'all do all the responsible shit. I'm just going to tell you who we want.
And you go make it happen.
If y'all can make that happen, that'd be fantastic. Right? I mean, as far as the stories go and what's next and all that. All right, Austin Wong is in studio. Austin, grab that microphone to the left of you. Wow, bro. You look very nimble.
He is.
I know.
I'm telling you, dude. We got a.
I'm new to this, y'all. So
Dude, no worries. I'm new to this.
I don't believe you.
We're all new to this,
I don't believe
except
you.
Jordy.
I don't believe you.
baby, but I'm an old soul.
I hear you got a nice jumper too.
That's what I'm saying.
See,
Yes. No.
It's not the other way around. I have great handles, great defense. I'll drop dimes all day.
Okay. Watch the mic. Okay. All right.
And well, yeah, we didn't set him up properly, but
No, we
dude,
didn't.
you know what he does is he does this thing where he's like jumper shy. He'll shake you, have as much separation as you need, and then he wants to dish it. He's playing with me, so I'm just taking it off the dome, going out of bounds.
Right.
But
Kind of lulling you to sleep.
yes, he was by far the class of our little game that we had growing, and then we didn't
the
invite
All-Star pickup.
Yeah, we didn't
the
invite
All-Star
him.
the pickup. Now you're Baton Rouge, from Baton Rouge.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Baton Rouge.
Okay.
Went to Catholic High.
Oh, okay.
LSU.
Okay. All right. Did you play ball there?
I did. I played ball at Catholic, and I played AAU with Pixley with Red Storm.
Okay. All right. That's where little Jay is right now. Where is
I gotta say something about Jonathan Pixley. Yes, I played basketball at Catholic, but Jonathan Pixley is the man.
Yeah.
Coach is players coach.
You saw he's moving on from Dunham.
What's going on with that? I saw Chad got the job.
Yeah.
Love Chad. Deserves that job.
Yeah, he does deserve that job. He's been there forever, and he'll do fantastic there. Chad Myers is taking over for Jonathan Pixley as Pixley is going into the private sector. They've got a pretty cool app that he and a local businessman, Henry Hayes, are behind that is dealing with name, image, and likeness.
No, Henry.
Yeah.
Name, image, and likeness.
Yeah, with
Okay.
all that coming up with collegiate athletics, where it's going to be able to you're going to be able to pay student athletes. You'll be able to pay Derek Stingley. You'll be able to pay.
Dude, throw a Wang's World on Derek Stingley.
Exactly.
Yes.
Easily.
Exactly. So tell me about. So I've been to Chow Main. I love it. It's got a little bit of a South Louisiana flair into the Asian culture, to the Asian food and the Asian cuisine. Tell me about what you got going on down on. It's on Main Street, right? Main and Third.
No, that's I just put a little music on a little bed. Yeah.
I like your. Hey, bro. No need to freak out on this set.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah.
good.
If
It's
you've
all
got to
good.
take a call, you can.
Yeah, and I'm sorry about the way that we got you set up on the microphone.
That's
That is-
all good.
it's
I just
very,
wanna be-
very minor league.
Oh, dude, I got you turned up. You're good, baby.
Very minor league. Tell me about your situation.
A lot of stuff going on, man. So right now I'm really excited about starting Saturday breakfast and May 1st, because on the 1st of every month the arts market comes out with the farmers market.
Yes.
It brings out a nice little crowd. So I'm trying to create a little vibe, small menu every Saturday, change it up. For instance, I brought these curry buns. It has potatoes, shredded chicken, potatoes, carrots, curry. It's delicious.
So is that going to be on the breakfast menu?
Yeah,
Okay.
stuff like that. Steamed bows, dumplings, buns, breakfast sandwich, a nice little cute yogurt bowl, some fresh fruit from
For the
farmer's
ladies.
A
market.
cute yogurt bowl.
Yeah, absolutely. But other than that, I mean, so breakfast on Saturday, and eventually open for dinner, and
Let it roll from there.
let it roll from there.
You all over social media?
Yes, our Instagram is Chow Main BR, MAIN Main, because we're on Main Street,
Love it.
501 Main Street.
You got a great location, bro.
It does.
Cool.
I mean, like, I've been doing some work with Lobby, with Louisiana Business and Industry downtown, which is right across the street from you, which I think they have the finest office in Baton Rouge.
It's
If you've not
beautiful.
seen that office, it is, I mean, it's built for entertainment. It is built for just exactly what its purpose is to entertain and have people in there and networking. Chow Main is directly across the street. I had a meeting at Lobby a couple of weeks back and showed up about 45 minutes early and went and sat down in Chow Main and was able to eat, just walk right across the street for
You
a
were
meeting.
45 minutes early to a meeting?
I was, you know why? Because they sent me the wrong time.
No, dude, that's so smart of them.
And like he was
For
so,
real.
and Stephen Wagisback, who's the president of it, was so apologetic. He was like, "Man, my bad. We had I sent a typo on the thing at 11:15 rather than at 12:15." I was like, "Bro, it worked out phenomenally."
Yeah, I'm
Really.
here.
I mean, and I didn't come on
Two wheels.
getting off the interstate at 12:15 trying to get here on time.
See,
That's what I was wondering. Like, why were you 45 minutes early?
Yeah, that's what people do to me for golf, like any kind of golf tee time. I'm the guy that they have to tell, like, if we're teeing off at 9, they're like, all right, 8:30 tee time, and I'll roll up at 8:30.
That's what I do with Kelly.
Yeah, and it works every time.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for lobby as well, because my awning got tagged, right? It's like graffitied, and it was their camera who caught the perpetrators, and I was like,
wow, there you go.
Absolutely,
there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we eating this morning? You told us a little bit. How's this process going to work? You gonna go cook it up for a little?
Oh no, it's ready. They're hot and steamy. I'm about to slice that thing in half and show the viewers what's inside, and then we're gonna split it up amongst the folks.
That's right.
Let's see. All right, so back to this Mulkey story, back to this Caldwell story. I'm getting texts now. People are, well, I can tell you, people are listening to the show.
Yes, the attraction.
That's right.
Cool, y'all.
All right,
great day to cut out early.
That's right. That's right. It does seem like officially this job will be announced that it's open, and
just that it's open.
It's open, and look, I think that Shea is as credible of a journalist as you will find around LSU. He's not a lot like, he's not just gonna get out there and just throw shit at the wind and just see what sticks. He's gonna talk to I mean, like last night when I talked to the guy that I was talking to at LSU, and he was like, I mean, bro, Nikki Caldwell's still a coach. I was like, drinking a sip of water. I was like, what? What do you mean, man?
I mean, we know that, but is she?
I'm sending Mulkey addresses in neighborhoods she should be looking at. Are you serious? And he's like, yeah. I mean, she hadn't stepped down yet. I mean, we haven't officially got any letter of resignation. I mean, she's still the coach here. So I'm like, what? But it seems like this thing is going to be, it's going to be opened up, and it seems like Mulkey is the top target. And from other people that are in the know up there, I think that there is discussion and there is movement on that front with Kim Mulkey as a possible replacement of Nikki Fargas if this job was to open up officially. So we'll just kind of wait and see, man. Really and truly. I mean, you just kind of have to wait and see, because I thought today they would be making an announcement. I really did. I mean, that was the purpose of my call last night, to see if I could like throw a party on air today. I mean, like, I was gonna call Kramer. I was gonna call Chris Reed, all the old Kramer teammates, talking about how we're gonna utilize the Kim Mulkey coming back to town. I mean, all this stuff, and I mean, just totally popped the balloon, man. I mean, you do know that Nikki Fargas is still the coach, right? Like, huh? What? Are you kidding me?
All right, I'm about to bust into this thing.
All right, yeah.
Give a little camera open up.
I cut Jordy's in half.
A little food porn.
I was about to say, why does this get cut in half in hours? We have to eat hours.
Golly, it smells
so good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Oh God, that's good.
The bread.
Yeah, it's just
So good.
You know, with coffee or tea in the morning, go to the farmer's market with your boo. Just walk around, eat a
little handheld, dude. That's what makes it incredible.
Such a good idea.
Yeah,
These
you don't
are
have to
so
sit
good.
down to eat it.
Wait, so tell us what's
It tastes
inside.
and smells healthy.
Okay, I'm all about balance in life. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah,
Yes.
bro.
Everything.
Hell yeah. Welcome
Like,
to the Jordy
who you
Culotta show.
I'm here for it. So inside you have veggies, you got your starch, you got your protein, and then you got your
Little potato, little carb.
potato, shredded chicken, carrots, peas, green curry. You know, it just absorbs well into the bread when you steam it, when you bake it.
Oh,
Really good.
What kind of
really
bread is
interesting
this?
flavor.
what's the
Potato bun?
Similar.
Okay.
Similar. It's there's milk in there to
Yep.
make the batter, to make the dough.
So you make all these in house?
Yes.
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 You
Incredible.
made this
I'm
bread?
Yes. I'm excited
amazing.
to start diving into the world of baos, buns, and dumplings because it's something I don't know anything about.
Really?
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's always the next thing that
Well, I would
gets
never know.
you excited, you know? Or anything you do, you know? It's like the next thing
We
that's
know.
what gets me going.
Bro, this is phenomenal.
Yes.
This is,
It's
this
so
is
good.
Thank you. I'm excited
so
to be
good.
here.
And that's what he does a good job of on social. He's very good at like showing you kind of like the process, and everything is like he's making everything in house. It's very, and he kind of ran into a little kerfuffle yesterday because they sold out, dude. He got that
Oh,
lunch
my
rush,
gosh.
and it was the first time he's been noticing that they've been kind of building up and building up,
Excellent.
and it kind of came to a head yesterday. So
Well, I mean, it was okay. I'm like, today's Friday. I'm lit. I'm excited to be here. It's at a 50-50 happy sad ratio though. Happy because business is growing. Little sad though, man. My anchor walked out on me yesterday. Because when you're talking about 56% better than last Thursday, and Thursdays being your busiest day, that's something
you can't prepare
you're
for.
Prepping, no, you can, but you're prepping stuff on the fly. And Tiggs are backed up, and she loves Chow Main so much. She's invested into like what I'm trying to do. That like she was embarrassed, and I sent her a text and I was like, I would have walked out if I were you too. Like,
wait,
love.
You had a loyal customer walk out?
No, a loyal
worker.
My anchor,
Wait,
my
why did
right
she
hand
walk
woman.
out there?
Cause the ticket time was getting insane.
Okay.
Usually we get you out there
she
under
was
10.
embarrassed.
She was embarrassed of the lack of service.
Yeah, and I love
wow.
that. I love
I
that.
love
You don't
that.
forget about people like that.
I love
people
Right.
come and go all the time. in
Wait,
this
is she
industry.
gone for good?
I see. I don't know. That's the game. I'm excited. I'm going to go to work today.
It's
I'm excited about it. I'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
With or without her, I'm gonna do my thing. But
Yeah.
she is
I see now why you and Lloyd are
independent.
friends.
Yeah.
Now I get the
Yeah,
relationship.
I do. Makes
Yeah.
a lot of sense.
Totally works.
Rusty Leger says, what am I supposed to do with all these strawberries? He's got 10 crates of strawberries. Hang on to him, Rusty.
Yeah.
Hang on, buddy. We're all good.
A Monday
all
strawberry.
All good. We just got to
so
push
awkward.
back that delivery date a little bit. This is great, bro. So
good.
3rd Street, tell them the address again, social media.
The location is 501 Main Street on the corner of 5th and Main in between the Cathedral and Serops. And on Instagram, I'm Chow Main BR. That is where you can follow me, follow the team, and get weekly updates.
What are the hours are we talking here?
Monday through Friday, 10:30 to 3, but on Saturdays, it's going to be 8 to 12.
All right.
I'll let y'all know. Hey, guys, thanks for having me today.
Hey,
for
man.
real.
Thank
Oh,
you for
yeah,
coming
for
by.
sure,
Thank
yes.
you for coming by. The smells, the taste. This is beautiful.
Eat
Stop
it
in
up.
and see Chow Main.
Dude,
Baton
the
Rouge.
presentation, everything's in
Everything
there,
was
dude.
phenomenal. Saturday mornings,
So
don't
good.
forget about in Baton Rouge, the local farmers market. One thing that Baton Rouge does fantastic is a farmers market. And every Saturday morning, they do one downtown. It's located right on the doorsteps of Chow Main. As he said, every first Saturday of the month, the arts come out. So there's all types of local vendors that are right there at the local farmers market, and it's all happening right on Chow Main's doorstep. So check them out the next time that you're down there.
Did we talk about
on
your
downtown.
QR code?
Oh, yeah.
Let's-
That's
can
the
you
biggest
tell
thing
us
we got
about that
pimping,
before
dude.
you
Yeah,
go?
boy, geez.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I forgot that I was hosting the show today.
Well, I was thinking about
We're going to unveil it Monday? Is that our plan?
well, yeah, I'm gonna do a promo with every purchase of a chow box or any salad or wings. You get a complimentary sweet potato pie wonton. Ooh, has like chopped pecans in there.
What?
Just think of a sweet potato pie. What's
Is
in
that
a
like a
sweet potato pie?
dessert type?
It is. It's a little
wonton?
land. I call it lanyap. A little
Okay.
something after, you know.
Yeah.
Ah.
You get that, or you can get an egg roll.
Yes.
So that's the promo. Once you scan the QR code at checkout, you subscribe to the Jordy Culotta show, and that's it.
Yeah, you show your proof of subscription, and we have ways to do that. It shows up on the ticket, so we'll know. You show that you
Yep.
subscribe to the show, you get a free wonton or sweet potato pie with your purchase of an entree. So
Egg roll or sweet potato pie.
egg roll or sweet potato
But
pie.
man, if I had some fried wontons,
Yeah, woo!
Yeah.
Dude, I just got a little walk action. I need some help with. I'm no good with it.
do
I
you have a
burnt-
gas? You have a gas flame, or you?
No, it's you see that it was electric, so that's why I burnt the shit out of it because it was electric. Can't control that flame, dude.
It's crazy. I was in Hong Kong. They have electric stovetops or whatever now that can go to insane heats.
Yeah, that's what you need for the walk.
crazy.
Get it
Really?
hot as it
Yeah.
can be. Then I just forgot about it because Kim Mulkey was coaching in the national semifinal, and
why you
she
forgot.
caught my attention. So I was like, I was trying to season it, so I was putting like oil in it, and they said get it ripping hot, put oil in it. So I was doing all that. Then I turned and put the TV on. It's like 15 seconds left in the game, which in basketball time is essentially 10 minutes.
Yeah, 6
and so
minutes.
I was just like glued to the TV. Then I just start smelling. I was like, oh, well, I just ruined that. Had it for a day. And I immediately burnt the shit out of it. And I was like, well, we'll try again next time. And then when Kim Mulkey's here, I won't have to worry about it.
That is the top official on the Jordy Culotta show, Lloyd Courtney, who we're going to hand over the controls to here for the last hour. Austin, great to see you, bro.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to
Thank
the
you.
partnership. Appreciate the
Yes,
food,
yes.
and we will be by Chow Main soon. Let us reset what's going on here on the Jordy Culotta show. We'll set you up for the second hour. Get back to some of the stories that are dominating the day, like LSU baseball. Last night in front of a great environment, takes game one from Ole Miss.
Why is it always a dig at me?
Oh, was it? That one was.
I know
But
that
not every time. But not every time.
Most times.
Most times. Well, after that take, I thought that take was you set yourself up for it.
I just was speaking the truth. What's the truth?
And we will talk LSU baseball, Kim Mulkey, obviously, and then I got to cut out of here, and we'll hand the roles and the reins over to Katie Austin and Lloyd.
But
and
if
the crew.
Austin wants to hang out,
I mean, he should.
Yes.
He should. Nevadis designs and develops custom web and mobile applications that help businesses solve some of the most challenging pain points related to your staff. Remember, some of the things that they can automate over at Nevadis include order management, communications, task management, time tracking, digitizing paperwork, and much more. Nevadis has great social media. They're online, but they design, develop custom web and mobile applications. You see the hat every day. Check out Randall Nachman, Nevadis, and the crew as they're helping us out with a lot of stuff here behind the scenes. They are a fantastic company that can help you with building an app, building a website. They can help you with SEO. They can help you with all types of questions that you may have in building your business from a digital standpoint. Get in touch with Nevadis at nevadis.com. All right, we'll come back and close out hour one here on the Jordy Culotta Show on this Friday edition, driven and powered every day by Go Chevrolet.
And Chow Main.
Relief Health, the only way to get your health care in 2021. In your home or on site, Relief is changing how health care is delivered to you. No more doctor's offices, no more waiting rooms. Download the app today, Relief Health, from the Apple or Google app stores. You can get connected to a local doctor in your community or just order a test directly without talking to a doctor. Their COVID tests are live, and right now they have the Moderna vaccine. Online at reliefhealth.com or download the app from your Apple or Google app stores now. Relief Health, changing the way that healthcare is brought to you in 2021. Go Chevrolet is proud to announce Go Express Auto Sales, the new used car lot located in the capital city of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, at 11522 Florida Boulevard. Go Express Auto Sales is online at goexpressautosales.com, or you can search them on Facebook and social media at Go Express Auto Sales, the newest addition to the family of Go Chevrolet. Remember, Go Chevrolet is located down in LaPlace, Louisiana, but now welcoming aboard Go Express, the new used car lot located in Baton Rouge, Louisiana at 11522 Florida Boulevard. Gearing up for spring and summer down here in South Louisiana, and you want to keep your lawn maintained during these sunny seasons, get in touch with our friend Blake Abear over at Abear's Lawn Maintenance, where he says, you grow it, I mow it. 225-485-8022. 225-485-8022 is where you can find Abear's Lawn and Maintenance, the official lawn and maintenance company of the undisclosed location. Welcome back in to the Jordy Culotta Show, live on this Friday edition. Rain coming?
Coming.
Jordy, we
Dom
realized
did.
that, dude, if you walk out like his right-hand man did, we might be in some trouble. Like, we need you to steer the ship. You can't get sick. You can't miss
Sucks
time.
that This person walked out like that. I mean,
I love how you handled it, though.
he did.
Yeah, head on, dude.
Chill, totally chill. Yeah,
Well,
it's
that's how
gonna
you-
rain. It's gonna
Let
rain
me tell you
tonight,
something,
y'all.
bro. One thing that I have learned about owning a company or running a company is that everything I've heard over the last decade in advertising sales, the number one need for every owner decision maker is personnel. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. It doesn't matter what the job calls for. Everybody is looking all the time for people. And when you wonder, like, the turnover and trying to find the right chemistry, how tough that is to do.
Very tough.
I mean,
The toughest thing to do.
I had no idea, but I mean, I guess I should have, because of how many owners I sat across the desk from and would just hear their anxiety and see their stress within their eyes, and just trying to find either a replacement for somebody that was leaving that they had trusted for so long, or just the task of trying to find someone that you can bring into your company
And trust.
Trust. First things first. Trust. And, you know, allow them to fly.
I mean, we learned that here. We've been throwing
100%.
people against the wall and see what can happen. And
100%.
that's how you find people.
think?
Yeah, see who can bounce.
And some of the people that you think are grand slams, and some of the people that you kind of tag as, you know, not big time workers, or, you know, somebody that you can't count on, it surprises you. I mean, and it's one of the toughest tasks in running day-to-day operations of a company is personnel. But once you do find the chemistry, once you find the key ingredient, I mean, that is the magic potion.
Mm-hmm.
That is the solution. I mean, if you can get people that are on the same page, that are pulling in the same direction and motivated to do the same things, you know, attack the same goal, that is...
But it's hard to find people that care
It's hard.
about what you care about.
It's hard, exactly
the
right.
thing.
It's like what you tell people about your kids. Nobody loves your kids like you do. So I
Right.
mean,
Nobody
you
cares.
can't get mad about somebody, you know, yelling at your kid. They don't care.
Somebody that can't get the date right, you know? Just like
Exactly.
small potatoes, dude. Small potatoes.
Tom Granning, one of our
snack
great
provider.
friends. Yes, one of our great friends here on the Jordy Culotta show. He's over in Natchez this morning and says that it is raining in Natchez, so it could be heading this way.
Yeah, I just looked. It's heading this way.
Is it really?
Yeah, it'll be
So
raining
we're not
tonight.
going to play flag football.
You're
again
not.
on
Oh,
Friday
God, I
night.
forgot, Jordy. You're not going to play
2
tonight.
weeks off, bro. What are we going to do?
That's sad.
You got to
are we
find
gonna
like
do?
a local scrimmage. You got to get a squad together.
Or you just got to get in the Superdome.
Golly, 2 weeks off, man.
I can go out there and cover.
I would think that Jeff Berg down there, the commissioner of the FNA New Orleans League, would have enough.
FNA?
Would have enough stroke. Football in America.
Yeah.
Wait, what else does it stand
Calm
for?
down over there. Calm down over there.
I know T and A, but what's F and A?
Just what you think it might be.
Can we not say it? It's something we can't talk about.
I don't know. F and A. It's just like effing awesome.
Oh, okay. That's it?
That's it.
I would think that Jeff Berg would have enough pull to get us into a New Orleans Saints facility. New Orleans Saints. Just get me some type of closed dome.
Just some
For
type of
God's
closed dome.
sakes, Pete.
If not the Saints, there has to be somewhere else in New Orleans that's
Tulane
available.
practice
Just
facility?
What's John Curtis doing? They got to have something.
I mean, Celeste, get me in UNO Lakefront, man. I can't be sitting on the sidelines.
Like
for
2 weeks?
bro. What are you gonna do?
I don't think you have a choice.
I know. I don't. All right, I got to get out of here at 8 o'clock. What do y'all want to do? I got text messages into everybody. Everybody's still sleeping.
I mean, I still got some stuff in the dock we can talk about.
right,
If
what you
you're
got?
into talking about
What you got?
the Tom Brady, the dumb rule about the jersey number option.
I can talk about
the
that.
NCAA 2-point conversion approval situation.
That I
in
need to look up.
overtime.
Like
Okay,
it.
so
But why's Brady hating on that rule?
Because Tom, as you know who he is, very much likes to identify who's coming by number. So it's like a linebacker situation. 52 is the mic. This guy. So if you got a Quan Alexander scenario where number 4 is now a linebacker, and there you got, corners that are 21 or whatever. It's very hard to identify where the people are because he does it by number. So he knows from whatever to whatever is a linebacker number, so he doesn't have to worry about personnel. But now if you got 4s and 6s running over there, he doesn't know who's who. So I can see what he's talking
He
about.
is outright
but
hating
the thing
on it.
that concerns me is that Tom Brady has the most stroke in the NFL, and if he wants to shoot this thing down, he can, which I
Too
think
much
would,
momentum.
Yeah,
Even-
too many people are excited.
Too much momentum for even the GOAT to step in front of.
And too much money for the NFL to be made. Like if Patrick Peterson wears 7 for the Vikings, I'm not even a jersey person, but I might get a little shadow box deal just because it's so cool that if I had Patrick 7 at LSU and then Patrick 7 for the Vikings would be sweet. I might do the same thing for Leonard just because I like the tradition.
Yeah, I love that, man. I love that.
Tom's quote is, "Good luck trying to block the right guy. Going to make for a lot of bad football."
That's
Flag football. And a wet track doesn't do us any good, Tom.
No, that's what Tom said. That was Tom's quote. Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Tom Granny talking shit about the
What?
flag football game.
Good luck trying to block their eyes, guy.
Yeah, right. Easy, Tom.
Yeah,
stick to
2
the
weeks
snacks,
off,
bro.
Yeah. Give me some more Pirates booty.
Eric Zeller says, what about a Jordy Culotta show hosted a 7-on-7 summer with any former LSU football player you can get?
He's turning the wheels, turning the wheels. What is he thinking? We need an ambulance out there, most definitely.
So wait, I'm coaching against them?
I think you're putting together like
I'm
a
putting
like a
together a
tournament.
7-on-7 team?
Yeah.
What about a Jordy Culotta show hosted 7-on-7 this summer with any former LSU football player you can get? I mean, Rohan right now is
His all-time
dicing
quarterback?
up the 7-on-7 scene from a coaching standpoint.
That would be really cool.
His F3 team has got some, they don't have like the bootlegger names. Like the bootleggers have like all the top guys,
yeah.
like Shaz and all those cats.
We need to put out a call to him again.
But if you're keeping up, like Ricky Collins is the quarterback for Rohan's team, the guy at Woodlawn that LSU and now SEC schools are paying attention to. His quarterback was Walker Howard, but Howard took the summer off for camps, Elite 11. His recruiting obviously blowing up. And I'm telling you, if you pay attention to 7-on-7, and Jarrett Roser is a great follow on social media if you like keeping up with 7-on-7 and just kind of following recruiting in that world. Rohan's F3 team is making a ton of noise. And it is a sport that I think is growing very rapidly as far as its popularity goes because of obviously how much people love recruiting, specifically in this part of the country. I mean, recruiting in my world, as far as like entertainment purposes go on a public platform, I know I will get interaction. I know that people will be interested. I know that when we put segments out specifically on recruiting, whether it's talking to a specific recruit, like we've had Walker Howard, Will Campbell, Shaz Preston on this show in the past, even conversations with Shea Dixon and just talking recruiting explode because of how much people love everything that goes around football in this part of the country. And that 7-on-7 off-season, spring and summer off-season league is exploding as far as the interest goes. The recruiters have always been there. The Shea Dixons of the world have always been there. The Jarrett Rosers of the world have always been on the front line there. But these tournaments are now kind of traveling throughout cities, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Beaumont, Biloxi, along the Gulf Coast. And you're starting to see kind of people show up just to watch for some entertainment value. And it is something that could turn into, like the world we're in, digital entertainment. You want to talk about streaming and build numbers. You go out there and put 4 cameras on each corner of the field and tie them into one streaming unit and just sit there with a remote control and hit camera angles, and you'll pull numbers like every single day.
Bro, get WSN out there. What are we doing?
Hook
them up. Yeah. And I think that's honestly because of the way football travels so well. Like, people want it more than just what, like, during the season. It's absolutely something that goes 24/7, 365. And that's what 7-on-7 has become. It just kind of is a little little fix for the boys out there that want their football,
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
And the talent that plays in it, it's grown to the point where it's kind of, you can't ignore it.
Name a player.
And they're out there.
Name one that is, from Walker Howard to Shaz Preston to every big-time, Shelton Sampson Jr. was out there for a while. Every big-time player in and around our area is playing or at that 7-on-7 event. And it's just too much too
much talent to ignore.
It just dominates. It's too much interest.
Yes.
There's too many people behind it that love it too much. And I'm telling you, it's at the grassroots. It is at as far as the intrigue goes, this has been around for a while, but as far as the explosion goes, it's at the grassroots level. So, if you're looking, I know that there's a lot of parents out there that travel every weekend. I see Lee Gilly, who's in the in the bunker this morning. I know that he's taken off this weekend to Beaumont, Texas, to go play baseball, and there is spring football leagues that are popping up now that are definite secondary choices for people. I mean, the little spring league that Jordan plays in over at Traction on Friday nights, I mean, you're starting to see more people either leave baseball and or make it a secondary option to the spring as far as what they can play. I've got 2 players on my team that are baseball dominant guys. I mean, one of them would have to miss the game tonight if it was on.
So they do both.
They do both.
To do both.
They do.
That's a lot.
I mean, Jordan
for a
plays
kid.
AAU basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, like this week. I mean, our weekends usually look like Friday night at Traction, Saturday in a basketball gym, usually in Mandeville or Baton Rouge. It's been Mandeville the last couple of weekends, and we're set to do that for the next 6 weeks. So, and another alternative, another option that is popping up, and this is more of the high school level, is these 7-on-7 tournaments, and just how popular they're becoming. And you're starting to see spring football leagues. The league that we're going to play in, and I'm not talking about 10-year-old flag football here. I'm just giving you an idea of the interest that the popularity of these leagues and what it's doing to choices that kids have now as far as choosing athletics. The Spring Football League in the city of New Orleans has 88 football teams in it from the age from the grades of 4th through 8th grade. We're over at Traction playing in the same league. That's the Drew Brees.
That's a lot.
88 teams.
That's a lot.
How many players on a team?
88 teams. 10?
Cool.
That is
880.
a lot.
Quick
You know what I
math.
mean?
It's almost 1,000 kids.
Yeah.
Well, and you go out to LaSalle Park on Friday night, and it's like ants crawling out there playing football. At Traction in Baton Rouge, I've got a 4th grade team, and we're playing up in a 5th and 6th grade league because there wasn't enough teams in the 4th grade, and there's 4 teams in the league. So, I mean, the wave has crashed in New Orleans, and it's coming to Baton Rouge. In fact, I've urged Traction to allow me to be a spokesperson for that because Jordan, for whatever reason, he doesn't like baseball. He's just not drawn to it. Now, I think I caught a break.
You did.
Just because,
Jesus,
I
you
mean,
caught
of
a
the
break.
people that I see in the environments that I hear about.
You don't want to throw first pitch at 11 p.m.?
I wouldn't do it. I mean, I wouldn't do it.
You don't have a choice.
I guess I don't,
You
but
wouldn't.
I don't know how my son would do it. Just
Yeah.
knowing he'd fall asleep.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd be sleepwalking.
We've
till
never
11
had
o'clock at
that
night.
late. I mean, that's a little over exaggeration.
But just
yeah.
bringing in the opportunity and the option for kids that this spring football league is available.
I love that.
And
Love
it
an
is
option.
phenomenal. It is.
Wait,
it's
so
a-
how many
it's a
teams
great
are
league.
here at Traction?
4 in 5th and 6th grade.
88 New Orleans.
We've
and
played
4
every team
here.
4 times already.
Oh, God.
exciting.
You know the insides and
That's
outs, dude.
exciting.
Yeah, don't even have to watch film
I mean,
anymore.
it's you know, I mean, it's fun for the kids.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. But
Talk about developing a rivalry.
you
My
want to
goodness.
you want to get into some of these spring leagues like New Orleans has. I mean, 88 flag football teams between the ages of
That's
10
amazing.
and 14. I mean, and that's development. And I mean, that is. I am a believer in 7-on-7 for skill players. I mean, my son is a skill player, but I've seen upper. I mean, I went and watched Shelton Sampson a couple of weeks back in a 7-on-7 tournament, and his refining of route running, of catching the football, of timing with the quarterback. I mean, all that stuff is as close to real live action as you can get without putting pads on. You got intensity within the defense of at that level, not on the younger level, but even on the younger level, the development of, just teaching Jay how to throw the football right now. I mean, these are more reps that he gets in the spring where he'll be a little bit better prepared when the fall comes around because he had 15 more playing dates.
Yeah, for sure. Even if you are playing the same 4 teams over and over.
Absolutely.
Do you worry about the lack of contact and then going into a contact sport? Because that would concern me.
He played both last year.
Yes.
And, I mean, we'd play flag on Tuesday night and play tackle on Saturday. And I didn't see the
The breakdown.
Well, I just didn't see the disconnect.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I didn't. He's an aggressive kid, but I didn't see where there was a drawback to it. I didn't see where there was a setback to it. I think that all of it is positive. I think the more reps that you can get, the better that you develop. The more confidence you get, the more opportunities you have to make mistakes and build situations. Right? I think that sports is a lot like Bill Belichick teaches the game. I mean, he teaches it situational football. He wants to put you in a position where the time says this, the down and distance says this, you're on this part of the field. How do you react? Most people don't know because they've never been there. You know what I mean? These reps put you in situations where you may be down 2 scores, you come back and win a game. You know what that feels like.
Yeah, you understand the importance of like how to get no huddle, how to do 2-minute because you're down. So you get put in the situation. My only concern is that I remember when I went out for actual football, and I remember the first practice with pads on, and there being 35 kids out there. Then I remember the next one with about 18 kids out there because not everybody was cut out for that sport. Because we did like the flag situation. Then when you go and put the pads on, or you go through walkthrough, then put the pads on, a lot of people are not as interested after they get hit in the mouth a couple times.
Yeah.
Especially at that age, like, well, this kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, yeah. So that's what I'm wondering because they could be developed and then actually be good, but then when it turns into actual football, it's like, never mind. Flag's way more fun.
Right.
Because you're never in trouble.
Well, and you know what else is popping up around here that I love is lacrosse.
Yeah.
I know, that's
Lacrosse
really cool,
is one of the
too.
fastest growing sports in this city. I was talking to a representative from Breck, and they were talking about how fast it is growing. Wes Shin writing in, Jeff Berg runs a great FNA league, runs a fantastic FNA league. I've been going back and forth with Jeff over the last couple of weeks and have been very impressed with just his organization. Now, I know he's a very successful lawyer down in New Orleans and runs a great business, but you can see that carryover into the Flag League. And Traction does a great job here in Baton Rouge. But don't get it twisted. Traction's first focus and the breadwinner is baseball. I mean, that's who they're married to. And it makes sense.
Yeah.
And if they had somebody, and I'm urging them to allow me to run with it. And there's been good conversations in us taking those steps to become some type of, ambassador for spring football in Baton Rouge for kids that gives another option to kids like that. I mean, we were talking about, Lee Gilly's kid, Davis. He threw a no-hitter last week on Saturday. But he could have played flag football on Friday night. His teammate is on our team. His baseball teammate is on our team. And he's a really good athlete. And you heard Jimmy Burrow. You heard what he said about playing multi-sports and what it meant for his son. Mm-hmm. And not saying that if your kid plays multi-sports, he's going to be the number 1 pick in the draft and win the Heisman Trophy. But you're developing a competitive mind, and you're also going through situations. I think that the carryover between basketball and football is very recognizable. I mean, the skill set of being able to move laterally, to be able to catch the ball outside of your body, things that just go into the skill set that may not make sense when you see it, but then you start to do the skill and you say, oh, well, I use that in this sport, or I did that in this sport. I just think that playing as many sports as possible. This is Vishal Vasanji, and I bet you he's trying to call in to talk about youth sports because we were talking about this yesterday.
All right,
so I'm about to put him live on the air. Or you know what? I'm not connected to Bluetooth. Hang on, buddy. Do you want to talk about youth sports? All right. Let me put you. I got a Bluetooth. I'm gonna call you right back. Vishal Vasanji is the owner of Relief Health, and he's a psychopath parent for sure. Much like I am.
Is he in the Doug Thompson?
He's not. Yeah, probably so. Vishal and I got into a flag football game last spring, talking a lot of trash on the build-up. I ended up blowing him out.
Against each other?
Yes.
That's awesome.
And I had no idea. People were telling me that, hey, man, you better watch that Irish coach. I mean, he's out of control. I was like, which one? And they were like pointing to Vishal when he was walking up. I was like, are you kidding?
Irish?
That was the name of his team.
Oh.
Because you're saying he was Irish.
Me too. I was like, wait a minute.
So he understands the ins and outs of it.
Yeah, he does.
Hey.
Vish. We're live.
What's up, man?
We're live.
Yeah, you're live.
I was just telling about that flag football game we played last spring.
Oh yeah, how we took you guys to town?
Excuse me. What game were you at? Vish is the CEO, the president of Relief Health. He's a great supporter of our show. He's also a little league dad. Tell me what you think. You texted me yesterday when we got on this topic, and I didn't see it till after the show. Now that we're talking about it, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, man. I mean, youth sports is great. I'm a big believer in playing multiple sports year round, especially at the younger ages. Right, as they get older, I think they need to refine it. But you guys touched on something earlier that I wanted to talk about was reps. My team is first example. So last year we played 4 games in the Traction Rec League, and we shut it down because of COVID. And it showed this year. They came out and they were behind a lot of these tournament teams that played 30, 40 games. It took us about 10 games to get our feet underneath us to finally get into game, because it's just simple situations, like you said. They didn't have the chance to encounter them. So these 7-on-7 leagues, these spring football leagues, the more they see action, the more confident they become. My team is finally confident enough to get up to the plate and hit any pitcher. It took 8 to 10 games to do that because they just didn't see live pitching for about a year, and that put them back. That put them back about 6 to 12 months.
How worried are you about burnout in baseball, in the baseball world?
Big time. I actually, when kids sign up to play on my team, I tell the parents we're not trying to play for D1 scholarships. We're playing to teach the kids the game of baseball and the game of life. And so we in some of these tournament leagues, like kids can throw 100 pitches. We max out our kids at around 75, 80 pitches on a weekend because we're not. Yeah, we want to win, but we don't want to do it at the detriment of these kids because we want the game to be fun for them. And I see kids that ball out on tournaments, and I see them playing year-round, and they're amazing at 10, 11, 12 years old. I just wonder if that kid is going to be playing high school baseball.
I agree. What's a crazier environment, Little League baseball or Little League football? I mean, is it all I've just heard horror stories about baseball. Yeah, but is it just the baseball culture, or is it Little League culture? Because we've showed our ass on a flag football field before, but I mean, I've heard stories that come out of the baseball parks each weekend that are.
I'll give you a prime example. We were in Zachary this past weekend, and the team before us just got done. They lost by 2 runs. The coach chased the umpire down and had an argument with him after the game.
And that umpire's just walking to his car, his Toyota Corolla. Like, I don't want to hear anything. Yeah,
he was a high school. He was a high school, probably a freshman, sophomore in college, calling a game, and the coach is chasing him down to argue a call that happened during the game. And one of the parents said, it's actually one of the parents of the kids that's on your flag football team, told me that they were going back and forth all game long. Like that's like it starts with the coaches, but then it's also the parents. I think a lot of dads. Moms too live through their children, and they're trying to rekindle the things that they did as youth when they were kids playing Little League baseball, and trying to get their kids to do stuff that they weren't able to do.
Exactly.
And so it manifests into yelling at coaches from the sidelines. It manifests into yelling at kids. And at 10 and 11 years old, man, they're barely able to wake up and make their bed. Like, you think they know what it means to play situational baseball at 10, 11 years old? And those are the things that just irk me when I go to these tournaments. It's like, we want the kids to do well, but when they don't do well, you can't come down on them with a hammer. You got to teach them as opposed to punish them for making a mistake.
Is it too far gone? Is travel baseball, is that world too far gone to save? I'll be honest, it's gonna take the attractions. It's gonna take some of these really, really good teams that people kind of want to become. Those teams to kind of step up and say, hey, yeah, it's not that serious. Or yeah, it's not life or death. Yeah, we don't need to be throwing a championship game at 10:30 at night, first pitch.
But you think that's gonna happen? You think they're gonna say it's not that serious?
That's what I'm saying. Is it too far gone? I mean,
there's always a breaking point. I think there's always
money in it, right? Fish.
There's so much money. Yes, there's so much money.
I mean, the only thing I'm pissed off about in travel baseball is I'm not on the business side of it.
Hey, you never know. I mean, look, a lot of these tournament teams, they pay their coaches like $1,000 a month to coach for a season. I mean, you're talking about a college kid who is probably a junior or senior at LSU that's coaching a tournament team making $1,000 a month.
And no telling what those kickbacks are if you win the tournament, dude. Oh, get a little pool together for me,
bro. I was 23. If I was 23 to 27, I'd have the best travel team out there, man.
But I think it's gonna take one of these. Yeah, it's gonna take one of these leagues to step up and say, if you are a parent and you start yelling or you start getting into a fight, like, we're gonna ban your team from all tournaments. It's gonna take an action like that for parents and coaches to finally realize, like, yeah, I mean, we can't be behaving like this on Saturday, Sunday.
If given the option next spring, would Junior play spring football as well, or would he play? Could he play both? Would he have to play baseball only, or could he play football only?
I think to be really competitive, you have to do one or the other. In both, if you want to be competitive in both. We're a 2-sport family, so my daughter does soccer and gymnastics in the same year round, and my son and Jalen does baseball in the spring and then flag football in the fall. We could do flag football in the spring. We just wouldn't be very competitive. I'll be honest. We just don't put in the practice time that your team puts in to win, and so we focus more on what the sport is in that season and just be really, really well at it. So that's what we teach our kids is, we don't care if you win or lose. It's about going out there every practice, every game, and just giving it 120%. And then if you walk away losing, I know you gave it everything you got.
Thank you for supporting us over here at the Jordy Culotta Show, man. Appreciate your friendship.
Sure,
love what you got love what you guys got going on at Relief Health. Just downloading the app and bringing medical care to people's offices and homes. Katie is obviously experiencing that, and you guys are have the Moderna vaccine. So thank you for everything you've done for us.
Yeah, no worries, and good luck, guys.
Thanks, Vishal.
There's Vishal Vasanji checking in. As that's something he's
the Irishman.
The Irishman, yeah.
Very
eclectic background.
Yes, leprechaun. But very passionate about youth sports.
Yeah, he is.
Very passionate about youth sports.
And he's so right on.
And he is. And he's got a great
everything.
perspective about it. He's got a great approach to it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people in the bunker that are experiencing that lifestyle have stories of their own. Randy Lanois is talking that Brooks, his grandson, he's on Jordan's basketball team that plays tomorrow in Mandeville. We got 2 games tomorrow in Mandeville tomorrow afternoon. Brooks will play baseball Saturday morning. Then he'll get in the car, travel to Mandeville tomorrow afternoon. He'll play 2 basketball games in the afternoon, and then he'll wait and see what the Sunday schedule is and see if he can't play both, or if not, he'll have to be committed probably to baseball, because I think that takes precedent right now for the Lanois. But a lot like what our weekend would look like if we're not washed out tonight in New Orleans. We got flag football tonight. We're in a basketball gym all day tomorrow.
You'll drive back from New Orleans?
I can't tell you how, just happy I was that my son had no pull to baseball.
You're so lucky.
He had no pull to. We played the traction Friday night leagues. We played the coach's pitch, and for whatever reason, he just would not grip onto it. And he's not a follower by any means, but at 10 years old, you're usually doing what all your friends are doing, and every single one of his friends are playing baseball. And some of them are, have that mentality, that traveling baseball mentality of, the new gear, the one-on-one training every day, the 3-hour practices on Sundays.
The money you put into it.
The amount of money that goes into it.
That Rusty Leger said 50% of the kids playing travel baseball shouldn't be playing travel baseball.
I would probably even raise that number.
I would raise it too.
I would raise that number to probably about
and that's
70,
all. That's all just parents putting them out there.
Yes, there aren't that many good kid baseball players.
And that is what Vishal said there. Really, I think is relates when you talk about just seeing the crowd at a baseball game as compared to other sports. Mm-hmm. For whatever reason, there's this anger that feels like it's coming from the bleachers onto the field at everything that's happening. Where, look, man, glass house. By no means am I criticizing or saying that anybody's out of bounds, but even me, as intense and as over the line I can go at times, thought baseball was too much.
Yeah.
Would look around and be like, damn, I don't have it this bad. I don't
Right.
I don't care that much. I mean, my kid is not. I understand where my kid's interest level is, and that would be the toughest part for me to be a psycho dad is if my kid wasn't interested.
Yeah, out there looking at
The
the
reason
ground.
why I'm passionate in basketball and football is because he loves it, and I love that for him, and I want him to get the best experience. But I'm urging good competitive environments and have fun. I want to win, but if we don't, I'm not chasing the umpire. I'm not chasing the referee out of the out into the parking
Oh, I
lot.
don't know. Well, time will tell on that. Time will tell on that.
We hadn't played New Orleans
Yeah,
yet. We'll see what the
right. It still
officiating's
might
like down
happen.
there.
I love the idea of like these kids getting ready for like these very intense, playoff environment games, and then the dad is actually taking it up to 1,000. Like he's in the car, like,
Yes.
oh my god, dude, we got an
It's
8 o'clock first
insane.
pitch, and the kids in the back like watching a movie, trying to
Right.
get ready for the game,
Yeah.
and the dad is more fired up than anybody
Yes,
in the car.
Kids
Like,
don't care as much.
there's no way. That's awesome. Good for them.
Yeah. So that is good stuff from Vishal. I appreciate him hopping in to the chat this morning. So the big storyline of the day, obviously, as we told you leading in here, was LSU baseball getting a win last night. I loved the night, obviously, that Devin Fontenot had, and just what it means
Guts.
for his confidence, banging the LSU letters off the mound where he looked like he was looking right at Bianco in the Ole Miss dugout. A good moment. I think that was one of the moments that is one of the moments that you'll look back on this baseball season and say has been a high point here of early conference play was going in there. Landon Marceau didn't have his best stuff last night, but Fontenot was able to come in there and slam the door. Bianco was almost bailed out by his son, Drew Bianco, who had one of the most boneheaded base running mistakes I've seen at the college level in a while, where he tried to tag up from first on a ball that was hit to right field and
With 2 outs and a man on third.
2 outs, a man on third. Jordan Thompson's called out on his tag up because he's got a foot in the air above the plate before Bianco gets tagged. Out on second, Bianco slides through the bag, misses the bag, overruns it, gets tagged out for the third out of the inning, and it happens before Thompson's able to score. So LSU's able to hang on and take care of Ole Miss 5-4 in Game 1. Game 2 tonight. Coming up from Swayze Field, and we'll see A.J. Labus going for LSU. We talked to Coach Bianco yesterday from Ole Miss, and he told us and was talking about his big right-handed ace, Gunnar Hoagland. He was a scratch last night pregame. Get out of there, Copper. He was a scratch pregame for he smelled that food.
We smell that food, Chow Main.
Chow Main.
And you'd be cautious of Asian food there, Copper.
That's right. So LSU game 2 tonight, and then the Kim Mulkey story. We thought that we would be here celebrating maybe LSU women's basketball announcing a new hire, but as we said last night, Nikki Fargas officially is still the coach. Now, when we made that proclamation at 7 o'clock when we came on the air, we have gotten some text messages from some inside sources that is stating that the job is in fact open privately. It just has not been announced publicly yet. And once you do announce it publicly, as a state,
Like we did.
right? Well, we'll just
That's it. We'll leave
We
the news to
publicly
the
announced it.
newsbreakers.
but they will have to go through some protocol before making the hire. It seems like Kim Mulkey is the top target.
I haven't heard a second name.
I don't know who to say. God forbid they swing and miss on Mulkey, whoever they get. I
Oh
feel
my God.
Would anybody show up to the press conference?
Right. With
I
all the
mean,
fan.
If I did, my question would be like,
What
did they
happened?
tell you how they missed on Kim?
Yes.
I mean,
What a fail that would be.
jeez. So
And that would, you have to say that would probably be our fault. We got the wheels turned and we caused this little fiasco if it's a swing and miss.
Hey,
what
all
happened to that
press is
news
good
we
press.
broke 2 weeks ago?
How about LSU women's basketball?
I got Kim Mulkey moving into the country club of Louisiana.
We'll ask her.
But I hope this comes through. And this feels a lot like LSU from a public relations standpoint, but they still have an opportunity to clean this thing up. And like we said, Shay Dixon over at 247 is reporting that LSU has talked to Mulkey. So
How much of this kind of like fanfare that is created around a hire do you think is like a victim of our own fan base almost? Because whenever we get very excited, There's also
look at Louis Caro. Look what he says. I hope this isn't a Jimbo Fisher situation.
That's what I was about to bring up. We get very excited. We run with these great notions of like the next rate hire for LSU. We get very, very excited before anything's announced, and then we convince ourselves that it's going to happen. Then when it doesn't, it's Chicken Little, like the sky is falling, and we're kind of sitting there with our hands in our hands.
That is right on.
Yes.
Right on.
Yeah, but look, man, the state of Louisiana screwed LSU on that Jimbo Fisher deal.
Yes.
Nobody has LSU's got nobody to blame but themselves on that that PR fiasco, and then looking back on it, not allowing Joe Oliva to do his job when you had Les Miles fired for cause a year earlier and could have gotten rid of him. Yet Bobby Jindal and F. King Alexander want to make that press conference a circus after the Texas A&M game because Shaquille O'Neal was on the sideline, not knowing any of the story, urging the LSU administration to keep Les Miles. Now, Shaq's cut a lot of money. He's cut a lot of checks to LSU, so his name, his word is going to mean something when he speaks from the sideline. But if you got guys running the business that have made their decision and the deal's already done with Jimbo Fisher, and you go down there and turn that press conference into a circus, that was on the state of Louisiana. That was on LSU. They had nobody to blame but themselves. And now looking back on where Oliva was, I mean, I never thought that Oliva could become a likable figure after his time at LSU. But, I mean, this Hush Blackwell and USA Today reports and the emails that have surfaced from that time show that Oliva was, I mean, he saw it. He knew it. I mean, it was time to make a move. And then, that Jimbo Fisher thing was... That was
fiasco.
It was so embarrassing.
Yes.
I mean, that was that. I'm telling you, there has to be a case study on public relations and how LSU has just
bungled it
for a decade, for a while, and how much bad PR can hurt you. Because I think that the second Department of Education investigation that's coming down from the federal government is happening because of the public relations fallout from the first USA Today and Hush Blackwell reports that went public. LSU didn't do anything. They didn't say anything. They didn't make any moves. So the the feds are like, well, I mean, they're not doing anything. And people are saying that there's more accusations. And we got to go back down there. We got to get into another investigation. And this kind of feels like this. This kind of feels like this where you've got a news outlet breaking a story of a women's basketball coach stepping down, and it's obviously, when you do the deep digging, it's obviously true, but there's been no public statement on it. There has been a wildfire of interest and intrigue around Kim Mulkey coming back to take that job. She's even publicly commented on the job. And Baylor has come out and made a statement, and there's still nothing from LSU. Nothing.
Do you think it'll be today?
I hope
Something, one way or the other.
I hope so.
Will be today.
I mean, you would think that there would be just some statement in the sense of this is the state of the program, whether the spot is vacant or Nikki Fargas has moved on or Nikki Fargas has resigned or she's coming back. Which, as of last night and talking to an official, she hadn't resigned. The job was not open officially.
Do you think from a public relations standpoint, they're trying to knock this all out in like one fell swoop? Like you get your house in order on who you're hiring.
Like the Scott Woodward hire?
Right. It's an easier transition that way instead of kind of one press release, wait a week, another press release. They're trying to do maybe transition of power very smoothly, but at this point it looks very messy.
They had success doing that with that, with that announcement where you just
wait.
Oliva's out, Woodward's in.
Yep.
But remember, Woodward was everybody's guy. Woodward was the local guy coming home, a lot like Kim Mulkey is. So we'll see. I mean, their past tells you that they will not. I will be surprised if they do. But now is the time. Now is the time to say something. I mean, now is the time to say. Not that, I'd love you to say that Kim Mulkey's on our wish list. We're going after her and we're going to make her the next head coach. But just even something as simple of this is the state of the LSU women's basketball program. Here is the status of the coaching chair, the head coaching chair. And this is what the outlook is. And that will just soothe a lot of everything that's going on around, unless they like to work in chaos, unless they like to work. I mean, there's some people that just say, hey, man, screw it. Don't worry about it. We'll do our business when we get it done. You usually don't see that from a state perspective or a public institution's perspective.
And it's somebody that doesn't get a lot of anxiety, that is one way to give it to you. If you're just like constantly feeling like you're like, you have this announcement that you need to make and you constantly know that you need to say something and you just don't. And it's always lingering over your head. It has to be just an odd feeling every time you go to work. It's like, we haven't really done anything. And everybody's looking at us to say something. We're just like, no, you'll figure it out when we figure it out. It's just it's a very eerie feeling in terms of if you're in that building.
Gotta be. Hub International Insurance, remember the official insurance of the New Orleans Saints, the Jordy Culotta Show, and the New Orleans Pelicans. Get in touch with Hub International Insurance today. Represent your organization, represent your company. Hub International, the official insurance company of the Jordy Culotta Show. All right, I've stayed much longer than I was
you got to get out
to.
of here, brother.
I got to go, and I will. Do y'all want Nathan?
Is he ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
You want to call him?
I don't
You
have his
gotta connect
number.
to the
All right,
Blue
let's take a break. We'll come back, and I'll see y'all Monday morning.
Let's go, dude.
Relief Health, the only way to get your health care in 2021. In your home or on site, Relief is changing how health care is delivered to you. No more doctor's offices, no more waiting rooms. Download the app today, Relief Health, from the Apple or Google app stores. You can get connected to a local doctor in your community or just order a test directly without talking to a doctor. Their COVID tests are live, and right now they have the Moderna vaccine. Online at reliefhealth.com or download the app from your Apple or Google app stores now. Relief Health, changing the way that healthcare is brought to you in 2021. Are you self-employed? Then you need to learn about Angel Oak's Home Loans Bank Statement program that they're offering, which makes you eligible as a self-employed borrower to purchase or refinance a home without requiring a tax return. If you want to learn more, get in touch with me. Email me, Jordy at jordyculottashow.com, to learn about the bank statement loan program offered by Angel Oak. Jordy at jordyculottashow.com to learn more. Gearing up for spring and summer down here in South Louisiana, and you want to keep your lawn maintained during these sunny seasons, get in touch with our friend Blake Abear over at Abear's Lawn Maintenance, where he says, you grow it, I mow it. 225-485-8022. 225-485-8022 is where you can find Abear's Lawn and Maintenance, the official lawn and maintenance company of the undisclosed location.
Okay, we're back, everybody. It's just me and Lloyd in the house. We'll see how this goes. But we've got our 5-minute critic, Nathan Velasquez, on the line. Nathan, you there?
Hey, how's it going?
It
No.
worked. We did it.
We did it. First up.
So the Oscars are Sunday. I have a question to start off. I know you probably have lots of input on the Oscars, but will Netflix win an Oscar this year, Best Picture? Because, I mean, there aren't a lot of movies in theaters, so it's all Netflix, right?
They have a handle on pretty much most of the stuff that's coming out. I think it's actually all the streaming services are in the game. Hulu's in the game with Nomadland.
Okay.
Amazon's in the game with Sound of Metal. Netflix is in the game with Mank. I'm trying to think if they have anything else. Oh, they're in the game with Trilo Chicago 7.
Yeah, I was going to ask about Chicago
like,
7.
Yeah, honestly, if either of you have seen it, that is the only thing on the list that I've yet to catch up on. So that's my homework for today. Have y'all seen that one?
I haven't either, but I read that it's not picked as a favorite to win.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing too. It sounds like a lot of people are saying it's a bit more of like your traditional biopic history movie.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of feeling like Amazon might take it home.
Oh, really?
With Sound of Metal. Yeah, the love that it's getting. Like normally around this time, you'll kind of look to see, because there are tons of award shows going on right now, right? And Sound of Metal is kind of getting most of the love. It's a powerful movie. It's an enjoyable watch. It's very down to earth. The performances are just mind blowing. They're incredible.
Yeah, for sure. What about Best Actress Oscar? That Frances McDormand, Nomadland. She's up for it, right?
I think that's probably going to go to Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman.
Yeah, I have not seen that one yet either. I hate to say that.
I don't quite. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish your thought. I got to follow up.
No. Just I feel like most of the love right now is going for Carey Mulligan in that movie, and it's a bit confusing. That movie is it's got its pros and cons, but I mean, for everyone that's watched it, I would say just ask yourself. It doesn't feel like the type of thing that would be in this type of award show, but feels like it's probably going to go to Carey Mulligan there.
Nate, what's your process for going through? I mean, this I guess it's like your Super Bowl a little bit. Do you feel like you're even working? I mean, a lot of people would die to be in your position, I imagine, to watch movies essentially for a living.
Oh, I mean, no, it's pretty incredible. No, it's a lot of fun. I mean, the way that things are going, the more you get involved in it, and obviously the more the work goes on, you actually get less time than you used to really be able to watch as many movies. Like maybe 4 years ago, I was devouring like maybe 5 movies a week, but now that's just impossible. But no, I mean, this really is like the Super Bowl. You've got like a bunch of different brackets, which are like probably 20 different award shows that are going on right now. They're all vying for like the independent side. They're vying for the blockbusters, screenplays, indie movies, and they're all hashing it out. And I mean, yeah, the big prize for some people is, you get to watch the Oscars, and then at the end they take the big award. But I mean, the big thing is whoever wins, and it's a big reason for these streaming services to be in the game right now. Whoever wins is going to end up getting the big budgets next year and 2 years from now. So if one of these streaming services take it, that legitimizes them completely in the game.
Yeah, it really would. How strange.
I saw that I saw that you on 5 Minute Critic, your last review was of Another Round. I haven't seen it yet. Very intrigued by it. But all subtitles? Is it not? It's not in English, correct?
It is all subtitles. Although I will say, in the middle of the movie, they make a Sazerac. So everyone is a fan of like the staple New Orleans drink. It shows up at a very prominent part of the movie. Yeah, it's one of those movies. I guess Parasite was kind of like it last year. Like if you're not into foreign movies, and like I get that. Like after I've had like a few drinks on a Friday, I don't really want to read a movie. But it's a lot of fun. It's kind of like one of those movies that's like a gateway drug into subtitles. It's a very fun movie about middle-aged guys that decide that they're just gonna stay drunk throughout the day.
Which is an excellent premise. But I saw a little bit of the trailer, and it seems like their idea is to kind of, not to spoil anything, but they're doing like a test case on themselves to keep their blood alcohol at a certain level. And then, of course, as things go, they try to like ramp it up a little bit, and there's just no way that ends well. Now you're just actually drunk.
Yeah. Well, and then a few of them, it's very funny. There's like there's a few moments where they're all high school teachers. So obviously, some of them are able to handle
the perfect profession. Yes.
Exactly. So some of them are in class doing perfectly fine, but one of them is a soccer coach for like for the younger kids. There are just several hilarious scenes, and then at one point, like one of the best scenes, they have to go out there after they have to go do the shopping by one of the wives, and they're trying to like hide that they're doing this, but they all went way too far. They've been drunk for like 2 days. The scene of them all trying to make it through the shopping market is hilarious.
Just pretending to sober up, and there's just no shot.
No, they're all stumbling over everything. It's really, but it's, I mean, and I think this is the best thing. I'm sure we're probably going to get an American remake of this in like 3 years, and it's going to be totally silly. But what's great about Another Round is half of it is that really silly, funny side that you would think comes with a movie about people just being drunk all the time. But then whenever it comes time, kind of like you said, Lloyd, of course that doesn't end well. It feels very down to earth whenever, those chickens come home to roost.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't exactly microdose alcohol. Like, it's going to come to a head at some point where you're like, oh my God, well, I guess I'm just drunk. Your tolerance builds and it builds. And now you're just drinking constantly throughout the day.
Yeah. Well, at 30 minutes in, me and my girlfriend were watching this, and I was like, honestly, I think I wouldn't be afraid of trying this out for maybe like 2 days.
Convinced me.
And then it hits the 45-minute mark. It's like, oh, that's true.
What's
You
gonna
would.
happen.
You'd be peeing throughout the day all the time. Everyone would think something's terribly wrong with you.
True. So we touched on Best Actress. What about Best Actor? Anthony Hopkins. He would be my pick. What about you?
Anthony Hopkins is incredible. Did you see him in The Father?
I have not watched The Father yet.
There are clips all over
Yeah, I know. I've
social
seen them
media
and I've heard.
So no, you can totally tell that if he gets it, he totally deserves to be on that list.
Yeah.
I think that one as well would probably be Riz Ahmed in Sound of Metal. Just
Okay.
the way that he's able to show and take you through what it's like to totally lose your hearing. And there's just so much like quiet suffering that goes along with that. There's so many scenes wherever he has to push through acting totally normal whenever everyone around him doesn't know that this terrible thing is happening. It's like the movie pretty much says it's a totally isolating experience because no one can know what you're going through. And he doesn't overact it. Also, the Oscars usually tend to favor the performances of someone who's going through, I guess, a medical condition, which I guess also puts, like you said, Anthony Hopkins up there as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very interesting movie, both worth checking out. But I'd probably put down Riz Ahmed for that one.
You are making the call with Sound of Metal.
Yeah, he loves
like
it.
it.
My parents watched it. My roommates watched it last weekend, and they said it was excellent. My dad's into the music scene, so he was absolutely would be devastated. He's like, I don't understand how you can go through this, but apparently it wraps up in a very satisfying way. Give us your thoughts on. Give us your picks. Go through what you're watching for the Oscars for somebody that doesn't watch it at all. Tell me what I should do. What I should be watching for if I were to tune in. Oh, and give me your bracket. So I know people do these pick lists, and you kind of have a party about it. So if you just slip me some picks so I can win a little bracket or something, I'm in.
Sure, for sure. And actually on my YouTube channel, 5 Minute Critic, at 4 p.m. Central Time, I'm going to kind of go live and do a full breakdown of the whole ballot if everyone wants to get involved there. So that's at 4 p.m. today.
Awesome.
Dude, you should live stream you watching the Oscars.
I've thought about. I did that once, and I look silly as hell because I lose. I usually if I'm at a party, I'll be a little reserved. But I've found if I'm watching the Oscars, I'll make a fool of myself. But maybe that'll get some views.
Exactly.
It will.
But to go down kind of the main ones, Best Picture, yeah, I'd say Sound of Metal. Director, I think Chloe Zhao is probably going to take that for Nomadland. Actress and actor, like we said, Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman, Riz Ahmed for Sound of Metal. For actress, I don't get, I feel like this is going to happen. And if I was live streaming for the moment, I'd be totally pissed off. But I feel like Maria Bakalova is going to win for Borat 2 for Best Supporting Actress. I don't get the love for that, but yeah, whatever. Best Actor, Supporting Actor, I'd go Daniel Kaluuya in Judas and the Black Messiah. He pretty much makes that entire movie. The movie itself is fine, but he makes it so that it's worthy for an Oscar. And then Best Animated Movie, I feel like that's kind of a hands down. Pixar's actually up for 2 awards in this category, but Soul's taking that hands down.
Yeah, for sure. Agreed.
Oh, I did love Soul.
Mm-hmm.
What other options are in the animated category?
Well, for Pixar, you've got Onward, which between the two, I felt more for that movie. But Soul is still awesome. There's Wolfwalkers, which is an Apple animated movie. And then 2 others, which I'm actually blanking on their names. But if you're putting your ballot, don't go for those. That won't get you any love.
All right.
Okay, Soul it is. Thanks,
well,
Nate.
have you guys... Yeah,
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Last thing I would tell people to watch, maybe the best thing to watch, is a documentary on Netflix called My Octopus Teacher.
I keep
which is
seeing
more
that,
than
and I
likely
haven't
going to
watched
win.
it, so I should.
Really, really, really incredible movie. Y'all should check it out. It's like an hour and 20 minutes.
What's it about?
It's about a documentary filmmaker who pretty much burnt out. It starts with him saying he pretty much had to stop. He was losing his family, all of this. he lives, I forget where he lives, but he lives off the coast of a very large island. He started to go deep sea diving, connected with this small octopus, and it's just about the journey. And
it's a love story.
About 30, it is. 30 minutes in, you know that you're going to cry because he gives you the piece of information that octopuses only live a year.
Whoa!
So,
I didn't know that.
where it's
I didn't
going.
either.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's really good.
What a weird but interesting
What a weird thing
movie.
to have to come to grips with if you're that man that you only know you have an absolute like one set, like you have a timeline essentially, you have a countdown.
With
It's
an
like if you knew
octopus.
the day you were going to die, what would you do? And you know,
Yeah.
so you try to make this
Pretty
octopus
much.
happy for a year.
Pretty much. He's a filmmaker, so he catches all of the experiences between him and this octopus. They apparently almost never connect with humans, so it's a pretty rare thing.
Yeah, I've never heard of an octopus
So,
connecting with.
wait,
a
he said
human.
his family was mad at him for being a filmmaker, then he decided to spend all of his time with an octopus, and they were okay with that.
Look, I'll say that is a little bit funny. Me and a friend were watching it, and he talked at one point about it's a little funny. He says like, "Yo, I got to reconnect with my son," and then the son doesn't show for another 45 minutes. It's like, what? Was your family pissed at all? It's kind of like you quit your job and now you go into the ocean every single day.
Yeah, where's the income coming from, brother?
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
That's bizarre. Okay, well, we'll have a lot to talk about then next week after the Oscars.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you. We appreciate it. I know it's an early morning for you. Thanks for letting us call.
All good. All good. Y'all have a great weekend.
All right, you too.
You too.
Nathan.
Thank you, brother.
Bye. Okay, before I forget, I want to bring up the blood drive
Yes.
for Ryan Swallow and his son Henry. It's May 1st, 10:30 to 3:30. We've put it on our social several times, so you can go there to get the donor link. We will be there at some point, and we'll post which hour we will be there, and y'all can come hang out with us. But don't forget about that. Go back to our social, click on the link, and support Henry Swallow.
Excellent. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. He came on the show. It's a good cause, and you get some jambalaya out of it. So really, it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, yeah. Anything else we need to cover?
I think
We're
we
gonna
wrap it up, dude.
We're gonna
Yeah.
wrap it up. Will there be a morning, afternoon Jay today?
We'll
we
see.
Don't know.
We'll see what kind of mood he comes
We'll
back
see.
in. He's indisposed
He's
at the
busy
moment.
today, so we'll
Yes.
see how that goes. But y'all will know if we do come back. Have a great weekend, everybody. We appreciate you listening.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us without Jordy.
Yeah, sorry, no Kim Mulkey news to break. We'll get on that as soon as it comes. All right. Have a good weekend,
Have a
everybody.
great
We'll be
weekend.
back Monday, 7 a.m.